Well, the holiday season's upon us. First, we've got Thanksgiving, and we need some help on maybe staying healthy, maybe making some better choices. We've got co-director of Activate Allen County with us, Josh Unterbrink. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Hey, Holly. Thanks for having me today.
Okay, so we are coming into the holiday season. Thanksgiving's coming up. Is it possible to eat healthy and make good choices? I mean, come on, these are the holidays. Can't you just like splurge a little bit sometimes?
Holly, it is absolutely within our ability to be healthy, to abstain from overeating, to stay active, and to be mindful during this time of the year. I know it's difficult, but I have a few tips that we can talk about today that I think will help keep you and your family on the right track to better health through this somewhat challenging season for our health.
All right, start us off because I do need help on this.
Well, I think the first thing to really keep in mind is to show gratitude. Showing gratitude is wonderful for our health, and Thanksgiving is really a great opportunity for us to show gratitude. The word Thanksgiving literally means giving thanks, but showing gratitude takes action, Holly. You know, for us to receive the benefits of gratitude, we really recommend practicing the act of providing gratitude beyond the tradition of just naming blessings around the Thanksgiving table. So a few things that I would recommend to really keep gratitude at the top of our priority list is to start off by making a list of things that we take for granted, and consider, you know, what in our life would be like without those things on our list. Be it a person that we take for granted sometimes, maybe your job, something like that, that really when you put a different lens on it is something that we really should be grateful for. Another thing that I would suggest is to give something away. When we give and we give back to our community, to people that we love, we reflect more clearly on what it's like to be a receiver of these blessings. And also, we are grateful for that opportunity to give because, you know, knowing that bringing happiness to others makes us feel so much better. Another thing that I would say in terms of gratitude is to identify non-grateful thoughts. So, for example, many times in our life, you know, we think that people may be better off than we are, that our life is boring, maybe that the city we live in doesn't have all the great things that we might want it to, that I'm entitled to this or I'm entitled to that, you know, life is just not fun. And instead, if we can focus on the grateful thoughts for the people, experience, things that we're fortunate to have in our lives, we're going to be a much happier person. And then lastly, the last way that we suggest, you know, expressing gratitude beyond Thanksgiving is to say thank you to people in our life. There are so many people, be it at work, in your neighborhood, people behind the scenes that we appreciate, that it goes a long way just to speak the words out loud, to say thank you. We appreciate what you're doing and you matter. That is one great way to just make ourselves feel better and to support, you know, some of that negative thoughts and negative feelings that sometimes creep in our mind around Thanksgiving.
Right, yeah, I mean, this reminds me of more like mental health and for overall good health. And, you know, people need to be mindful of that because I think sometimes we just think about eating and diets, but we need to take care of ourselves in the way that you described to help us out. So I think those are some really great tips to have us think about for Thanksgiving.
Well, and, you know, and we're running around, we're stressed out. So expressing and showing gratitude can kind of reframe our thoughts and feelings to a positive place.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when we do talk about food, I mean, maybe of course cut back and be, you know, smaller amounts or whatever, but it helps to stay active, right? I mean, take that walk afterwards. I mean, just don't lay down and take naps and stuff like that. You can still stay active in this time of year.
Yeah, and it just takes a little preparation, right? A little foresight. So, you know, like you said, plan a hike at a local park or something with your family. Plan a touch football game or some outdoor activity, you know, after your Thanksgiving meal. If you have pets, make sure you're taking those loved ones, those furry friends out on a walk, get them outside. If you like music and your family, you know, likes to crank up the tunes, have a dance party. Turn on your favorite music, let people take turns picking songs and get up and have a lot of fun that way. And if you are someone that, you know, has a great fitness regime, if you are someone that hits the gym every day at 5 in the morning or right after work, you're you know, getting out there for a run, try to stick to that normal schedule because getting off your schedule can really, you know, be difficult to get back on track. So try to keep on your physical activity schedule as well.
Wow, those are some really great tips for our holiday. Thank you, Josh, for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.